All right, thank you everybody for sticking around for the last talk of the day. I really appreciate it. I'm Nick Laiacona from Performance Software Solutions. This is our practice. We've been doing open source software for the digital humanities since 2006. And what I'm going to show you today is a project called Digital Mappa, which is on its second major version. These are just some of the projects in our portfolio here. Digital Mappa was originally developed at Drew University through an NEH grant, and then the PI moved to the University of Wisconsin at Madison, where he continued the project. It's now been funded by both the University of Wisconsin and NEH to bring you this second major version of the software. In this, we re-architected a lot of the basic underlying technologies to make it a modern web application, and also to include support for IIIF manifests, so you can drag and drop manifests into the system. So what I'm going to show you here is this is a installation of Digital Mappa that's running at the University of Wisconsin. So you see it's a subdomain uw.digitalmappa.org. And it's got a number of public projects on here I can click on. It's a little bit different than some of the other viewers in that this is more of a project-centric kind of interface. It puts text and images kind of on an equal footing. So you can see over here you've got a table of contents where you can kind of give how to use for your users, give a sort of contextual gloss, what is this, how to read this, basic information about this site. And then what they've done here is they're studying this Brussels cross, which is a really interesting object. We can bring it in here. Digital Mappa is using OpenSeaDragon, just like these other projects, and so we can do a deep zoom into this image and start exploring the features of this photographed object. So what the scholars have done is gone through and marked all the different features of the physical object and annotated them in these different color-coded boxes. And then these provide bidirectional links to either other regions on other images, other regions on the same image, or passages in another text or an entirely other text. So in this case, we're pointing, this link is pointing out to a, oops, I'll just click on that. There we go. So this is pointing to a transcription of this object. So you can see there's transcription here, explanation of the transcription, and color-coded, and then also bidirectional links. So if I started with the transcription, I could click on any one of these and get back to the specific area that is referenced in the annotation, so I can link right back and forth. There's also support for full text search, so if I wanted to find any references to crosses in here, I could do that. It brings up a little search box, and I can bring up things in there. And we also are able to arrange things in different ways. It's got basically a different grid pattern. If you've got like a large display, you can create a big giant tiled set of these objects. So this is kind of this is what a user can see just by coming to the site. They don't have an account. But if I'm part of the project, I can actually come in. This is a logged in account here. And this interface is a little bit different because now I have these buttons down here that allow me to check in and check out different objects. So if I check out an object, that reveals these controls here. So I can start annotating this object. This allows for multiple users to participate in a project and not step on each other's toes as they're editing text or adding highlights to an image. You can see here as the admin for the project, I can come over here and I can add collaborators to this project. So I can very quickly assemble a group of a team or a classroom together to help me describe this object and understand it. My display's a little bit big here. There we go. So you can organize the material into folders and subfolders, and you can actually drag objects into this folder structure that are IIIF manifests and load them directly in. I've done that in another project here. Let me pop into there. So here you can see this is a manifest that I pulled in from Stanford. It's one of the typical examples. And I can, if I check this out, I can start adding new annotations to this here. And then I could create a link. So if I have, say if I wanted to link to this passage over here, this passage has already been linked to something else, but I can additionally link it to this moment by grabbing this link here and dragging it over there. So now that one passage of text is linked to those two different places in the surface, or it could be on different other objects. Another interesting feature, because this is not purely a IIIF project, it also supports loading images from other sources. So you can upload images from your computer. You can provide a single image API link. So if you wanted to just link a single image in here, you can do that as well as a manifest. Or you can link to just objects that are on the web. And the text editor is provides a rich text editing experience. Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm gonna leave it there. If you are interested in participating in our beta, please approach me. We are definitely looking for collaborators. And thank you very much.